Have you ever stopped to think about the decisions that shape your life? From the smallest everyday choices to the biggest milestones, every decision we make is a testament to our ability to navigate the complexities of life. But what if there's an unseen force lurking beneath the surface, subtly influencing our choices without our conscious awareness? Welcome to this eye-opening exploration into cognitive biases, the hidden traps in your... Get ready to uncover the secrets that shape your decisions and learn practical tips to overcome these mental hurdles. Throughout history, brilliant minds have grappled with the nature of truth and the human quest for knowledge. One such trailblazer was the philosopher and scientist Karl Popper, who introduced a revolutionary idea to challenge conventional thinking about knowledge acquisition. He argued that true knowledge is not static, but evolves through a continuous process of attempting to be proven wrong. This concept, known as falsification, completely revolutionized the way we approach truth. Popper suggested that instead of seeking confirmation, we should actively try to disprove our ideas. By embracing this mindset, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities where intellectual humility and the pursuit of knowledge go hand in hand. Imagine yourself as a detective investigating a perplexing mystery. Your mind is like a sieve, separating the wheat from the chaff as you sift through information looking for clues. Just as a detective examines every piece of evidence carefully, you too should scrutinize the information you come across. When faced with new information, resist the urge to immediately categorize it as either confirming or disconfirming your existing belief. Instead, take a step back and objectively analyze the evidence. Ask probing questions. Who is providing this information? Is it credible? What are the underlying motives and biases? By adopting this investigative mindset, you'll be better equipped to separate fact from fiction and make more informed decisions. Let's start by exploring one of the most pervasive cognitive biases, the bandwagon effect. Have you ever noticed how people tend to adopt popular opinions just because many others believe them? The bandwagon effect describes our innate human tendency to align ourselves with the majority, often without critically examining the reasoning behind their belief. It's like jumping on a bandwagon and going along with the flow. Now let me share a real-world example that illustrates the power of the bandwagon effect. Consider a situation where a group of friends is discussing the merits of a particular political candidate. One friend expresses support for the candidate, citing their impressive track record and policies. Another friend joins in, not because they have thoroughly examined the candidate's qualifications, but simply because their friend has already expressed support. Soon enough, several other friends follow suit, all swayed by the notion that so many people already believe in the candidate's greatness. In this scenario, the bandwagon effect takes center stage. The friends are essentially jumping on the candidate's popularity without truly assessing their own merits. They prioritize fitting in and being part of the crowd over forming their own independent opinion. But the bandwagon effect doesn't just influence our social interaction. It also plays a significant role in shaping public opinion on a larger scale. Think about the spread of rumors or urban legends. How do they gain traction and become widely believed even when there's no factual basis to support them? The bandwagon effect comes into play once again. People hear a story or a piece of information, and instead of verifying its authenticity, they rely on the perceived popularity of the belief. If many people are sharing it, it must be true, or at least worth entertaining, right? However, this line of reasoning can lead us down a slippery slope where misinformation and unfounded beliefs become accepted as common knowledge. It highlights the importance of critical thinking and independent judgment even when faced with popular opinions. We must learn to question everything and not blindly follow the crowd. Now let's explore another fascinating aspect of cognitive biases, the availability. This bias refers to our tendency to overestimate the likelihood of events occurring based on how easily they come to mind. Let's imagine you're planning a vacation and trying to decide between two destinations, Hawaii and Alaska. You might think Hawaii is much more likely to come to mind because it's a sunny beach destination, whereas Alaska is a bit more obscure. so it's less accessible in our memory. Availability, however, isn't necessarily an accurate reflection of reality. Statistically speaking, both destinations have an equal chance of coming to mind. It's not that one destination is inherently more likely than the other. Our brains simply categorize them differently based on our experiences, cultural influences, and personal associations. And that's where the availability heuristic kicks in. We judge the likelihood of something happening based on how easily we can recall similar instances. In the case of Hawaii versus Alaska, the fact that we can more readily imagine ourselves lounging on a beach in Hawaii makes it seem more likely to us. The availability heuristic can also heavily influence our perceptions of risk. For example, after watching a vivid and emotionally charged news report about a plane crash, we might overestimate the danger of air travel. In contrast, after hearing about a car accident, we might become overly cautious when it comes to driving. In each of these situations, our memories of emotionally impactful events distort our perception of actual risks, leading us to make decisions based on fear rather than rationalisis. But there is hope. By recognizing the availability heuristic and understanding how our emotions and past experiences shape our thinking, we can start to challenge these biased judgments. It's a journey toward more rational decision-making and a balanced perspective on risk. And now we come to one of the most notorious cognitive biases, confirmation bias. This is the tendency to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs while ignoring or downplaying evidence that contradicts them. Let's delve into some real-world examples to see how confirmation bias operates in action. First, let's examine the impact of confirmation bias on the spread of fake news. In today's digital age, the internet has become a breeding ground for misinformation. Confirmation bias plays a significant role in perpetuating this trend. Individuals tend to seek out and share news, articles, or videos that align with their political views or reinforce their preconceived notions. For instance, if someone believes that a particular country is involved in nefarious activities, they might actively search for articles that support this view, while dismissing or discrediting reports from reputable sources offer a different perspective. As a result, people get trapped in an echo chamber where they are constantly exposed to information that confirms their biases, and they lose the opportunity to consider alternative viewpoints. Furthermore, the algorithms used by social media platforms contribute to the spread of fake news by promoting content that users are likely to engage with based on their previous interactions. This creates a self-perpetuating cycle where users are shown more of what they already agree with, reinforcing their biases and limiting their exposure to diverse perspectives. It's crucial to recognize the role of confirmation bias in the proliferation of fake news and to actively seek out and evaluate information from a variety of sources to ensure we are not falling prey to this cognitive trap. Another area where confirmation bias takes root is the realm of conspiracy theory. People's beliefs in conspiracy theories are often fueled by confirmation bias. Once someone subscribes to a particular conspiracy theory, they tend to interpret any ambiguous information or event as evidence supporting their beliefs. For example, individuals who believe that a certain event was orchestrated by a secret organization will scrutinize any publicly available data or testimony that could lend credence to their theory. They may dismiss or discredit evidence that challenges their viewpoint, further solidifying their belief in the conspiracy. Conspiracy theorists thrive in an environment where confirmation bias is prevalent as believers actively seek out information that confirms their suspicions while ignoring contradictory evidence. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle that reinforces their convictions and creates a sense of belonging within a community of like-minded individuals. It is essential to remain vigilant and approach information with a critical mindset, especially when it comes to conspiracy theories. By recognizing the influence of confirmation bias, we can strive to break free from the echo chambers that perpetuate these theories and seek a more balanced and informed perspective. Lastly, let's explore the implications of confirmation bias in health misinformation. In an era where access to health information is abundant, it is crucial to be aware of the potential pitfalls of confirmation bias. Let's consider the issue of vaccine hesitancy. Vaccines have been proven to be safe and effective in preventing the spread of infectious diseases. However, some individuals harbor doubts and choose not to vaccinate themselves or their children. Vaccine hesitancy can be influenced by confirmation bias, as people tend to seek out information that aligns with their beliefs regarding vaccines. For instance, those who believe that vaccines are harmful might actively search for anecdotal stories or studies that support this view, while disregarding extensive scientific evidence that confirms their safety and efficacy. Moreover, online platforms provide a breeding ground for misinformation, allowing unfounded claims about vaccines to circulate and potentially deter people from seeking necessary medical treatment. It is vital to recognize the dangers of confirmation bias in this context, and to consult with healthcare professionals and rely on evidence-based information from reputable sources to make informed decisions about vaccines and overall health. By doing so, we can protect ourselves and our communities from the spread of misinformation and ensure that health decisions are based on facts and scientific consensus. Confirmation bias is a pervasive force that can significantly impact our decision-making process. It is crucial to recognize its existence and take proactive steps to mitigate its effects. By embracing intellectual humility, actively seeking diverse perspectives, and remaining vigilant against the spread of misinformation, we can strive to make more informed and balanced decisions. Moreover, encouraging open discussions and respectful dialogue among individuals with differing viewpoints can help challenge biases and foster mutual understanding. By embracing these practices, we can work toward creating a more enlightened and discerning society that is better equipped to navigate the complexities of the world around us. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments below. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content. Your support means everything to us.